Hello people, welcome back to another Crypto Sherpa news video. I'm your host Paul Bucci, bringing you the current cryptocurrency news. So there's tons of articles today. We got, how was it? Oh man, I've scrolled through them all and I can't even think right now. I got off my day job, but now I'm bringing you the news. So let's just dive right on in, so stay tuned. I like that song, but I might change it in a little bit. But yes, lots and lots of news today, so let's just dive right on in before I go get some Korean barbecue. So good. All right, bringing up the screen now. But if you'd be so kindly, please give this video a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe because it helps with the algorithm. All right, here we go. So first up in the news articles for today, BIS partners with Australia, Malaysia, Singapore, South Africa for CBDC trials. So kudos. For those who don't know what a CBDC is, that's a centralized bank digital currency. The Bank for International Settlements, BIS, spearheaded by Singapore, will test the use of central bank digital currencies for efficient global payments. Via a recent press release, the BIS announced that it is joining forces with the Central Bank of Australia, Malaysia, Singapore, and South Africa to examine a direct shared platform for the international payments. The experiment under Project Dunbar aims to reduce costs and increase the speed between cross-border payments by institutions. According to Andrew McCormick, head of the BIS Innovation Hub Center in Singapore, Project Dunbar brings together central banks with years of experience and unique perspectives in CBDC projects and ecosystem partners at advanced stages of technical development on digital currencies. The project also attempts to benefit from public-private partnerships by developing technical prototypes in different jurisdictions. The statement comes days after Monetary Authority of Singapore's MAS released a list of 15 global CBDC challenges. Participants to build a global CBDC. The country also concluded a 5-year study on the technology under Project Cuban. At the time, the MAS's Subpanito Mohanady had said Project Dunbar's work on using multi-CBDC platforms to facilitate seamless multi-currency fund transfers is a significant contribution to the global vision to make payments cheaper and faster. Now, not all global central banks have embraced distributed ledger technology for payments like Singapore. However, there is now a lot more interest after national efforts to create CBDCs like the ones by China came to the fore. According to Michelle Bullock, Assistant Governor, Financial System at the Reserve Bank of Australia, enhanced cross-border payments has become a priority for international regulatory community and something that we are also very focused on in our domestic policy. Despite previous skepticism, the Reserve Bank of Australia is looking at the viability of a wholesale CBDC. However, on the back of a caution exercise by Australian regulations against investments with unlicensed entities, a retail CBDC is something the country might not look at anytime soon. Another country with a similar standpoint is Malaysia. Malaysia's central bank recently signaled a project to gauge the merits of central bank digital currencies with initial focuses on wholesale CBDCs. As per the statement, the country is looking for greater public-private collaboration to enable fast, frictionless cross-border payments. And with many other Asian countries at the foremost of the digital banking innovation, South Africa is also looking at digital currencies at a retail and wholesale levels, is conducting a domestic feasible study at the retail level with a focus on the wholesale payment settlement system. Overall, the BIS initiative claims to support the G20 roadmap released this year with partnerships between China, Hong Kong, Thailand, and UAE for cross-border payments. The agency has, however, called for greater cooperation for a common global platform. The results of the project will likely be published by early 2022. So we just got to wait and see what happens with these companies. Are they going to partner together to have just one CBDC, or will they come out with their own? Only time will tell. Moving on with the news. Next up, cryptocurrencies now recognized under commercial law in Texas. Texas House Bills 4474 and 1576 officially took effect on September 1st after being signed into law by Governor Greg Abbott in June. Way to go, Abbott. You're the man. Two bills aimed at furthering the adoption of cryptocurrencies and blockchain are now laws in Texas, or state laws. Texas House Bills 4474 and 1576 passed both chambers in the state legislature in May and signaled into law by Governor Greg Abbott in June. Officially took effect on September 1st, HB 1576 establishes a blockchain working group in Texas, while HB 4474 amends the state's Uniform Commercial Code to recognize cryptocurrencies under commercial law. Lee Brasher, president of the Texas Blockchain Council, told Cointelegraph that HB 4474 better defines the security interests for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies to allow institutional investors to get involved with sizable investments. He added that Texas Banking Commissioner and the Texas Department of Banking announced in June that banks with a state charter can custody cryptocurrency under certain circumstances. The positive for crypto generally what did I say? That just totally ruined me off. Sorry, people. But this is positive for crypto generally because Texas became the fourth U.S. state behind Wyoming, Rhode Island, and Nebraska to clarify the commercial law status of these assets. Wyoming-based crypto proponent Caitlin Long told Cointelegraph that the means parties to transact with have clarity regarding their legal rights and obligations. Judges have a roadmap to adjudicate disputes, and lenders know they have an enforceable lien on the crypto pledges as collateral for collateralized loans. The Texas Blockchain Council president told Cointelegraph in March that Texas adapting commercial law to blockchain innovation and digital assets regulations could bring the state more in line with Wyoming, which has digital asset laws which went into effect. In July 2019, Governor Abbott has also previously described himself as a crypto law proposal supporter, specifically referring to HB 4474, and seemed encouraged to crypto mining firms to operate in Texas. And yeah, so kudos. That's a pretty good thing. Crypto is becoming more and more recognized among states in the U.S., and we're going to probably see more and more adoption or more laws trying to regulate it. People are going to fight it, they're not going to like it, or they're going to love it, see it has a future, and yeah, that's just it. So kudos, Texas, for making that law now. Next up in the news, we have lots and lots of news today, so let's just get through it. Coinbase set to launch Ethereum 2 staking for UK users with a 5% APR. Pretty nice, but I still want to recommend keeping your coins on Coinbase. They're an exchange and you can't trust them. There's many videos out there of people saying they lost so much money on exchange, so why keep your money on there? Be safe and smart, people. Get a cold storage wallet. The cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase has announced that its United Kingdom customers will soon be able to stake and earn from the upcoming Ethereum upgrade, Ethereum 2. In a press release, Coinbase indicated that the waiting list for the product is now live, with a full launch expected soon. Under the program, UK investors will be able to stake any amount and earn rewards on a fraction of holdings instead of their entire balance. In a tweet, they go, we have witnessed a huge rise in customers purchasing either in the recent months and so are delighted to be in a position to offer them staking rewards for the asset, said Marcus Hughes, general manager for the UK and EMEA region. To participate in the staking, investors will first need to convert their holdings to Ethereum 2 and then add them to a staking pool. Customers who opt to stake will earn up to 5% APR per year by converting their Ethereum. Notably, Coinbase will manage their entire staking process as the company moves to make the product more accessible to its customers. And from Finbold article, you should just probably realize you have a little error right here. Coinbase? What's Coinbase? I thought we were talking about Coinbase. Well, that's what happened with some errors. Some articles you may just see it, but that's just little news. All right, but that's nice. 5% APR, pretty good. Better than losing your money in fiat currency, which is depreciating in value every year, and so on. Yeah, but yeah, let's just move on. SEC filed charges against Bitconnect, its founder on top of the U.S. promoter. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has officially pressed charges against one of the most controversial crypto projects, Bitconnect. Years after halting its service, the saga with Bitconnect has taken another turn as the SEC has filed an action against the founder and some of the promoters. The commission has alleged that they have swiped more than $2 billion from retail investors through an unregistered offering of digital assets. The SEC files charges against Bitconnect founder. Launched in early 2016, Bitconnect promoted itself as a platform with a highly advanced trading bot that urged users to deposit various cryptocurrencies to earn extraordinary high returns. Although that sounds good to be true, the platform actually gathered billions of dollars worth of digital assets, and its own crypto BCC found a home in the. Sounds good. Did I just miss a sentence? I feel like I missed a line. Although that sounds too good to be true, the platform actually gathered billions of dollars worth of digital assets, and its own crypto found a home in the top 10 coins by the market cap for a while. No, that just went straight in there. That just sounds like a bad sentence. I'm sorry. However, it all started to crumble in late 2017 when several U.S. state agencies issued cease and desist orders, as such as Bitconnect shut down its exchange and lending operations in 2018. More than 3 years later, though, the shadow of the scheme remains, and the top U.S. securities regulator has gone after the platform itself, the founder Satish Kumbani, and the top U.S. promoter and his affiliated company. The SEC has alleged all parties that they have defrauded retail investors out of around $2 billion through a global fraudulent and unregistered offering of the investment into a program involving digital assets. The commission's complaint read that Bitconnect promises to use its volatility software trading bot, which employs users' funds to generate exorbitantly high returns, 1% daily. However, all parties involved with the project failed to do so. Instead, they transferred the funds to personal wallets and used them for their own benefit. We allege that these defendants stole billions of dollars from retail investors around the world by exploiting their interest in digital assets. We will aggressively pursue and hold accountability for those who engage in misconduct in the digital asset space, commented by Laura Mirban, associated with Regional Director of the SEC's New York Regional Office. But what's next? The SEC has charged the defendants with violating the anti-fraud and registration provisions of the federal securities law. The complaint has requested injunctive relief, disgorgement plus interest, civil penalties. The Department of Justice already announced that Glenn Acaro, the top U.S. promoter of Bitconnect in the U.S., has pleaded guilty to the criminal charges. However, the statement didn't specify what would be his punishment. Crypto Potato reported that recently another development on this front, in which the SEC reached a settlement with 3 Bitconnect promoters for over $12 million in BTC and fiat. So we'll see what else happens, but that's only 3 of those guys. But yeah, kind of sucks. But as I always say, people don't trust exchanges. Get yourself a cold storage wallet and be in full control of your cryptos. If you need help getting started, I am a cryptocurrency consultant that partnered with Bitcoin consultants worldwide. So if you need help, let's watch this commercial to see how.
Hey, crypto enthusiasts! Do you have questions about crypto? Do you need help getting started? Hire an experienced crypto consultant to assist you. These are questions we have answers to at Bitcoin Consultants. A team of educated crypto enthusiasts can help guide you to financial freedom. Text or visit us online for any questions or to book a consultation, and let's get started today.
So yes. Links are all down below as well as my website if you want to schedule me for a consultation. We have many people available and ready to teach you and get you started in the crypto world and how to do it safely. So again, please be free to check out their website as well. But let's move on with the news. So next up, let me go back over. It is this article. Oneinch integrates into Bitpay to provide users with seamless token swaps. The latest integration allows wallet holders to utilize Oneinch dApps DEX aggregation functionality for the best of deals. This is a milestone for Oneinch as BitPayments benefits. Bitpay has formally announced integration with Oneinch network for smooth and easy trading between the 2 platforms. The move has been built as mutually beneficial, allowing Oneinch to flex its capabilities and Bitpay to offer its users a better service. The announcement came on August 31st via Business Wire. Bitpay, like many organizations in its position, must be conscious of its duty to its users, according to Oneinch network co-founder Sergey Kunz. As a DeFi service gradually progresses toward mass adoption, it is important to offer access to the Oneinch DEX aggregation to as many users as possible. Sergey Kunz told Business Wire, and the Bitpay wallet app is a perfect opportunity for us to reach out to new audiences who in turn will benefit from the Oneinch attractive rates and user-friendly swap process. Coons will be keen to highlight the necessity of Oneinch's services to users throughout decentralized finance, and this integration is an opportunity for him to attract prospective interest. Oneinch site users base importance. In a recent blog, Oneinch underlined increasing their user base as the most important metric. They claim it as a direct reflection of dApp's popularity with users, and its success user base is touted as far more important than trading volumes due to volume being vulnerable to manipulation. Projects often pointed to trading volume to show although a small number of accounts usually generates the brunt of volume, Oneinch claims to have already clinched 600,000 users, making it only second to Uniswap. In this segment, the strong Divi performance this year has come as a result of the services offered by the likes of Uniswap and Oneinch. Decentralized exchanges and aggregators drive growth. Sergey Kunz explained in a blog post that this latest integration with Bitpay is likely to give Oneinch exactly what it is after: exposure and the opportunity to show how I can benefit from users. As this chart shows, the DeFi project and its users and its community of who's being used. We look forward to seeing how the latest move turns out for Oneinch and indeed Bitpay, who have been quick to display news of the partnership for the users. For those of you who know, which I also don't know as well, what is Oneinch? Oneinch is a decentralized exchange, DEX, and an aggregator that provides the best rates by discovering the most efficient swapping routes across all leading dexes. Oneinch operates on both the Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. Trading on Oneinch utilizes liquidity across multiple exchanges to reduce slippage and provides users the best price available. If you need more information about Oneinch, see the following links down below on website, Twitter, Medium, or GitHub. So yeah, go take a look if you need it. But yeah, so that's just Oneinch. It's another decentralized exchange. I could easily pull up and see if they had an ICO or an IPO. If they did, then we can find out if it truly is decentralized. People, you gotta remember to always do your own research. Don't just trust an article or whatever they say. If they say they're DeFi, they might not truly be DeFi. So do your own research. I will always keep repeating that in every video because that's what you gotta do with the crypto world. You gotta be smart, you gotta be safe because you are in full control of your cryptos. But yeah, so kudos and congrats to Oneinch. Give you the best and hope you do well in the future. Let's move on. Next up, El Salvador's Legislative Assembly greenlights the $150 million Bitcoin trust. The Legislative Assembly of El Salvador has issued legislation on approval of a $150 million Bitcoin trust. In addition, they passed legislation in support of crypto services and infrastructure development across the entire country. They passed the bill on August 31st, and 64 officials voted in support, while 14 opposed the creation of Bitcoin Trust. The trust aims to enhance BTC to the US dollar conversion and supports the essential technology infrastructure. This will enable the widespread adoption of digital assets. The government of El Salvador has mapped out a $23.3 million for establishing the crypto ATMs. They have also set aside $30 million for the incentives the use of Chivo, the state-backed wallet, Bitcoin to be used as legal tender. This news came just a week preceding the set implementation time for the controversial Bitcoin law of the country. The legislation will recognize BTC as legal tender across the country by September 7th. That's only 6 days away. It is coming up fast. The country currently uses US dollars as legal tender. Banzai, the developmental bank of El Salvador, was appointed to manage the Bitcoin trust operation. El Salvador plans to redirect the $150 million from their $500 million loan with CABI, the Central American Bank of Economic Integrations. They took the CABEI loan for the economic recovery for medium and small-scale businesses. In addition to the government, with a channel $23.3 million of the funds to support the establishment of the government-approved crypto ATMs, this will allow the residents to exchange Bitcoin for USD and vice versa. Moreso, the $30 million was also mapped out for incentivizing the citizens to continue adopting Chivo, the government's digital wallet. The statement from the President Nayib Bukele, announced that the government would airdrop $30 worth of Bitcoin to all El Salvadorians adults who download the Chivo wallet He added that the country's population is $6.5 million, which is high enough to suggest two things. The first is that the government thinks Bitcoin adoption will be less. The second option is that they are yet to allocate enough Bitcoin that can go around. Today, in related news, Coinbase has signed an agreement with the El Salvador government, cryptocurrency infrastructure. The deal is to develop the country's infrastructure on digital currencies with an Algorand open source blockchain. Many citizens of El Salvador, including people from international organizations, have been skeptical about El Salvador's Bitcoin law. The law has also witnessed some critiques as well. Maria Luisa Haim Breve, the country's Minister of Economy, has stated that the government focuses on crypto education. She added that they use crypto incentives to complement the high rate of uncertainty among their population. There was another article out there that said like 70% of people don't want Bitcoin to be implemented as law, but why not? Just because you don't trust the new technology. I'm sure when people were or let's just say the older generation was accepting Visa cards, like they were going, what's this piece of plastic? What do you mean I don't need to have a checkbook or physical cash on me anymore? It's like people are going to fight it all they want, but it's here to stay. Bitcoin's not going around. We don't need a middleman anymore. We need an open source platform that's truly decentralized. So there you got it. That's the El Salvador news for the day. Next up, IRS poses as a Bitcoin trader. Mr. Coins in 180,000 sting. The IRS brought down a dark web drug dealer after setting up an undercover account on a peer-to-peer exchange to trade Bitcoin for cash. The International Revenue Service poses Bitcoin traders to expose an alleged dark web drug dealer, tricking him into sending over $180,000 in cash to account in the name of Mr. Coins on the peer-to-peer exchange localcryptos.com. The sting operation is the latest instance of the U.S. Tax and Collection Agency going undercover to expose criminals, but rare cases of the IRS posing as a trader, according to Forbes. The pseudonymous nature of the crypto industry has become increasingly attractive to money laundering and dark web drug dealers, with crypto forensics company Chain Analysis estimated that some $5 billion in funds was received by illicit entities in 2020. The IRS Mr. Coins. The IRS posted its advertisement on a local crypto in June 2020 with Mr. Coins accounting offering to buy Bitcoin at the above market prices. Via the mail, sellers were instructed to use encrypted messages apps, Wicker or WhatsApp to contact the spoof trader. According to search warrants seen by Forbes, the youths worked on alleged dark web drug dealer Chase Height of Evansville, Indiana, using the name Lucifallen 21. Over the course of several transactions, Height sent around $180,000 in cash to Mr. Coins in return for Bitcoin. To conclude, the Sting IRS investigation pretended that a package of $28,000 in cash from Height had been intercepted and marketed as a loss by the Postal Service. When he called to complain, they were able to link his call to a phone number he maintained. Fingerprints of the subsequent package further implicated the alleged dealer. Height was charged in July in the Eastern District of New York and has not yet filed a plea. So, people, don't do stuff on the dark web. Be smart with your money. Cryptocurrency can be tracked. It's an open source platform or an open source decentralized ledger that anybody can see and you can be tracked down. If you don't want to be tracked down, use Monero. I think that's a private coin. Or when Mimblewimble comes around for Litecoin, that's a way to keep stuff private. But all in all, everything can be tracked on the blockchain. So be smart. Don't try to sneak your way. Buy Bitcoin the right way and the safe way. All right, so that's that news. So let's see, how many more articles do we got to go through? So much, but we're almost there. Metamask's monthly active users crosses 10 million amid DeFi and NFT boom. Metamask has recently seen a massive adoption as both the DeFi and NFT markets are surging. The increased adoption of the Ethereum network is bringing more investors into the market, hence the need for storage wallets has gone through the roof, and Metamask has benefited greatly from the growth. Metamask is a crypto wallet that allows interaction with Ethereum network users, and they can access their Metamask wallet either through their phones or through the web browser, providing them the ability to store both Ethereum and tokens that exist on the Ethereum blockchain. Metamask hits a new record high with monthly users, so way to go. That's probably just because of the NFT hype going on. And a new kind of wallet. Metamask operates on dozens of countries around the world. Its wallet services are favored by investors due to its allowed users to own their own private keys, thus putting the users in complete control of their cryptocurrencies. Metamask defined a new kind of cryptocurrency wallet where users just don't interact with currencies, but with decentralized applications, said Dan Finley, co-founder of Metamask. Now, I still personally don't have a Metamask. I do want to get one just to test it out, keep some NFTs on there, give that a try. Because right now, most of my NFTs are through the Theta network. But yeah, I wouldn't mind just giving this guy a try. If you guys need a recommendation on a good wallet, I recommend the Treasure. That's a really good one. Or get the Nano Ledger. My gramps used that one. I wasn't a fan of it, but the Treasure is by far my favorite. If you get the higher end up one, the Model T, I believe it is, it's touchscreen, very nice, and you are in full control of your keys. I think I have a link down below as well where you can get one. Always buy off the website themselves and never through Amazon or third party. Don't want to take a risk with your wallet, people. That's just that news. And let's see, moving on. Cardano ADA token price rises as a hard fork hits testnet. The upgrade onto the blockchain platform mainnet is still on track for September 12th. That is 10 days away, people. So cannot wait to see what happens and how high Cardano can go. But Cardano's ADA price, which is currently up about 124% from the 30 days ago, went above $3 following the testnet hard fork. About 140 exchanges have switched to a live production environment to prepare for Cardano's mainnet upgrade. The price of Cardano's ADA token shot up following the hard fork of the blockchain's platform testnet on Wednesday. ADA hit $3.09 Wednesday morning and was at $2.94 as of noon Eastern Time, according to CoinGecko data, up about 4% in the last day and 124% from 30 days ago. The coin is the third largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization at about $94 billion, behind only Bitcoin and Ethereum and ahead of Binance Coin. Cardano's Alonzo hard fork will bring its smart contract capability, Plutus, to the network and provide the foundation for more decentralized applications to be built on the platforms. The upgrade onto the company's mainnet is still on track for September 12th, according to a tweet by Input Output, the blockchain infrastructure, which an engineered company behind Cardano. The blockchain platform launched a public testnet in early August to allow 500 community members to work with smart contracts on the network before the upgrade. Nigel Hemsley, Cardano's head of the delivery, previously said that the hard fork on the testnet occurred Wednesday. We'll be running out our own tests and inviting others to test as well, with the main goal being to test for stability, security, testing the foundational code to write smart contracts is working properly, and all others miscellaneous. Things that need to be done to ensure that we can confidently hard for the hard fork to the mainnet. Man, I forgot a K. There's so many spelling errors in these articles. These people need to do a better job before they post. Cardano stated in September 1st on a YouTube video. But with the testnet hard fork, about 140 exchanges switched to a live production environment to prepare for the mainnet launch. The video notes that David TFUEL, president of the ProChain Capital, previously told Blockworks that this hard fork was critical for Cardano. He added that if there is a major uptick in adoption, investors would be justified to give Cardano a valuation that is similar or equal to Ethereum, as functionality will be the same or better. Cardano saw inflows of $10.1 million last week, according to a CoinShares report. It was the largest total on record for Cardano, bringing its market shares to 0.15%. Meanwhile, Bitcoin had outflows for the 8th consecutive week, according to a report. Altcoins included Ethereum now represent 32% of a total crypto asset under management. CoinShare data shows, which is close to the record of 35% set in May. So yeah, kudos Cardano for having your price raise. Like, who knows where Cardano can go? We're like literally $1 a month ago. Now we're at $3. Yeah, we can hit $10. Yeah, I was skeptical about Cardano at first because they had an ICO, but because of the hard fork, and as long as they get them more in mainnet, they're getting smart contracts, they're doing all the right things in place. So again, that's a risk you have to take. No one knows the future of coins or what can happen to them. So just do your research, people. Be sure you know what you're getting into. Don't just put your money into something just because someone told you to. Do your research, and that's just all I gotta say about that. Next up, what is this? Bloody hell. XRP lawsuit, SEC scores point after court orders Ripple to produce more Slack stats. Text. Ooh, so XRP news is for you people. I'm not a fan of XRP because they work with the banks, and we all know the banks are going to fail in the future. So why trust the person who works with the banks? People will say, "Hey, people, they work with the banks, so you should be wanting to do that." It's like, no, I'm in cryptocurrencies to get away from the banks and the government. So yeah, that's just that. But in what is the latest development in the legal battle between the United States, SEC, and Ripple Labs, the former seems to have finally scored a minor victory. Judge Sarah Netburn has ordered Ripple to produce more Slack messages from a wider group of custodians. The SEC has previously filed a petition demanding Ripple employees hand over their Slack communications, according to the SEC's estimate. There are over 1 million messages to be accessed, since Ripple employees frequently communicated through Slack. While the SEC has claimed that the defendants agreed to produce this information at the beginning of the discovery phase, they later termed their exercise an extensive and costly fishing expedition that would take up significant time and resources. Because Ripple found the information neither critical nor uniquely relevant, the regulator body has previously demanded an emergency conference on the matter. However, the Judge Netburn felt no need for the same and issued the recent order as text only. According to the text, Ripple's now has to produce Slack messages from 22 custodians listed out by the SEC. The order further ruled that the Slack messages are relevant to both the parties, and Ripple's perceived burden is outweighed by its previous agreement to produce the same. It further read, the Slack messages sought are relevant to the parties' claim and defense, and proportional to the needs of the case. Any burden to Ripple is outweighed by its previous agreement to produce the relevant Slack messages, the relative resources of other parties, and the amount of controversy. So yeah, looks like the SEC is getting a little win here. Let's move on. The Council of Chamber filed a motion to appear in the case as a friend of court, but Judge Netburn has local rules following state of motion for the leave with, so kudos, SEC, you're getting your win. Like, I'm a guy who's rooting for the XRP failure and downfall, so I just hope the SEC wins this in the long run. That's just me, though. If you hold XRP, good luck. Just when they do, if they somehow end up winning this case and whatever, like, do you really think you'll be the first one to be able to pull your coins out before, or make a sell or trade before the banks and the big guys from Ripple do? So yeah, just keep that in the back of your mind. And finally, we are on our last article, which is kind of a FUD article by JP Morgan. JP Morgan issues major bearish warnings about altcoins. The increasingly frothy altcoin market should be a matter of concern for investors, JP Morgan believes. UTD posted an article. In its recent note cited by Business Insider, JP Morgan claims that the ongoing rally should be viewed as a major red flag by cryptocurrency market investors. The largest U.S. bank believes that the renewed alt season is a sign of market froth. JP Morgan points to the fact that alternative cryptocurrencies now comprise of a third of the total market cap. As reported by You Today, Cardano surpassed the $3 price level for the first time earlier today. The cryptocurrency has been on a roll in anticipation of its smart contracts launch, which has been scheduled for September 12th. ADA is up more than 1,500% in 2021. Solana recently broke into the coin market cap, the top 10, soaring by more than 70% within just 1 week. The high throughout put Ethereum killer is benefiting from the booming decentralized finance space and the mania surrounding the non-fungible tokens. JP Morgan sticks to the view that the current uptrend is driven by another retail mania instead of technical factors. The share of altcoins look rather elevated by the historical standards, and in our opinion, it is more likely to be a reflection of the froth and retail investors' mania rather than reflections of the structural uptrend. He says, be fearful when others are greedy. So he's not wrong there. That's how it should be. Like, if you ever stick to the very end of my articles where we go over the fear and greed index, which is right here. Let's just go over that. Fear and greed index, we're at a 74. So you kind of should be fearful because if you ever know what's going on, extreme fear can be a sign that the investors are too worried, so that can be a great opportunity, but and vice versa, when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. We've seen this many times before. Back in May when Bitcoin had its downtrend, like we were in extreme greed, like the entire month or leading up to it, from like January all the way to May. Who was in March? He ran when the big hype finally fell below. But then we started being in the fear territory. And when we were in fear, that's when you want to buy. So it's when they say buy the dip, buy the dip. When people are fearful, you should be buying, because eventually we'll be in greed, take a little profit, and then once it hits back down to the fear, buy again. But I always think you should just buy every Friday or every paycheck. Just keep stacking those stats, because if you play the long-term game, you will be well off in the future. And to finish things off, we'll go over the coin market cap price. Bitcoin is at $49,549. So we just went under the $50,000 mark, but we were there today. We are up 5% for the week. Ethereum's up 21% for the week. Cardano's up 16. XRP is up 14. Surprisingly, Doge is up 99%, but that's still at 29 cents. Nobody likes Doge, even though Ethereum creator Vitalik Buterin is hoping that Dogecoin would start a proof of stake network. But yeah, Litecoin is going crazy. It's up 10% for the week. It's at 187. Come on, let's get back to that 200s, and then 300s, and pretty soon we'll be at 1,000. Filecoin's at $77. Theta, $702. Yes, back in that $7 range. Monero, $304. Crazy. PancakeSwap is at 23. Tezos is at 531. The Graph is at 91 cents, and so on. So, so many articles a day, people. If you stuck around, please leave a comment down below. Let me know if you were able to make it through this entire video. But it's getting about that time. I gotta leave, go get me some barbecue. I am hungry. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate every single one of you. Be safe out there. If you need help getting started with cryptocurrencies, again, links are down below for Bitcoin consultants worldwide, or you can just click on my website and book a consultation there as well. So guys, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Just stay safe out there. Do your own research. Never keep your money on exchanges. And yeah, hope you guys have a great day. The Crypto Sherpa. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.